Good morning. It's Fish, Beach Bum Investor, cryptocurrency discussion and report for 24th of January 2018. Obviously, PIVX doing very, very well after that listing on Binance. Good to see. I'm just going to pop over into the chat and see who's here. Obviously. Sweet. G'day, Jace. Chase F, Eric Meds, Baby Junkie, Chronicus. Oh, Chronicus, did you actually get those extra 10 PIV that I sent you? I forgot to confirm that with you. Hey, Z. Ciao. Nate Forge. The clean shaved, yeah. I got rid of the beard. How you going now, Glass? Mr. Anderson. Yo, yo, yo. What's up? Adam Erickson said, is this Stiglitz from Inglorious Bastards that we're talking about? The one in the same? No. Nobel Prize winning economist Joseph Stiglitz has made a statement about Bitcoin, which we'll get into in a second. What's up, Dave, for it? Slice Keeper. Like, gee, Leafs lost 4-2, man. Must have been after that goalie interference when they were going to go up 2-1. That probably shattered their confidence. Do you like how I remember that? All right. So I'm that's not good to hear. But anyway, let's have a look at this article, which I've found a couple actually come out just recently. Have a look at the most recent news coming out. Excellent. Sweet, man. I'm not good with Twitter, so I'll get on there and have a look. Thanks, Chronicus. That's awesome, dude. All right, cool. Google Hangouts. Why have I got two Google Hangouts open? Don't know. Here we go. Screen share. Show these articles I found. Interesting times. We'll start with the one with Stiglitz. Where are we? Here we go. This is from express.co.uk, and I have put the link for the article in the description. Bitcoin price warning. Crackdown on crypto is coming, warns Nobel Prize winning economist. Bitcoin's price could fall amid warnings from a Nobel Prize award-winning economist claiming a crackdown is coming for cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin has taken a hit over the past couple of weeks, along with Ripple and Ethereum. Fears over government crackdowns on cryptocurrencies have caused the price of Bitcoin to fluctuate. Economist Joseph Stiglitz warned Bitcoin must be regulated to stop money laundering. It worked very well with the US dollar. Sorry. He said, we have a good medium of exchange called the dollar. We can trade in that. Well, straight away, he's just virtually lost all credibility with me because I'm yet to see one economist address the issue of money creation through fractional reserve banking, which is part of the dollar system. So I've yet to see one economist address that issue. Okay. Why do people want Bitcoin? For secrecy? Well, no. No. If they want to do secret transactions, they're probably better off using an anonymous coin at the moment because Bitcoin currently is not anonymous. Anyway, keep going. Well, it can be if you're really good with tech. You know about coin mixing and things like that. But I'm not. Anyway, why need it? We have perfectly good currency. Wrong. We are moving towards an electronic payment mechanism. I would like us to move towards an electronic payments mechanism, but you don't need Bitcoin for that. The economist who received the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences also told Bloomberg that he wanted Bitcoin to be regulated. Surprise, surprise, someone from the old school world of economics. I don't really mind if things get regulated, to be honest. Anyway, he said, my feeling is that good to hear that he's done a lot of research. My feeling is that you regulate it so you can not engage in money laundering. Again, that was super effective with the US dollar. There would be no demand for Bitcoin by regulating the abuses. You're going to relate it out of existence. It exists because of its abuses. What an ignorant prick. Sorry, mate. Good on you for winning your Nobel Prize, but you just have no clue at all. Bitcoin saw its highest value before Christmas when it reached the monumental price of just under $20,000. Bitcoin price has fallen, and according to CoinDesk, now sits at $11,142.86 at such and such a time. According to CoinDesk, Ethereum has risen 1% today and sits at 1,013 US, while Ripple's XRP price has also risen by 3.41% to $1.38. Bitcoin's popularity has caused demand to skyrocket through 2017, pushing other cryptocurrencies like Ripple and Ethereum to also reap the benefits of the cryptocurrency craze. Speaking exclusively to express.co.uk at London Blockchain Week, Bobby Lee, the co-founder of BTCC, said that Bitcoin could hit above $1 million in the next 20 years. He said, Bitcoin, I think, will get to 1 million per Bitcoin. Right now it's 10,000. It will go to 100,000 and then to 200,000, 500,000, 500,000. That's going to be a milestone. And then eventually it will cross 1 million for Bitcoin. When asked how long it would take, Mr. Lee said within 20 years, really within 20 years. Cool. So that was the article I wanted to speak about first, guys. What are your thoughts? Does old mate Joey know what he's talking about or not? So, I mean, he's a Nobel Prize winning economist. Is that someone we need to be listening to over Fisher's point of view, that pretty much everything he said was a problem with Bitcoin is a problem with any fiat currency that is currently in circulation? I like Xiao's answer there. Who the F is Joseph Stiglitz? Mark J said Stiglitz is definitely shorting BTC. He took lessons from Damon. Chronicus reckons that all Nobel Prize winners that bash crypto just want to get into the limelight. Sam Roberts, sup fish? Stiglitz is an establishment economist. Look at his view on Greece. I haven't actually looked at his view on Greece, Sam, but I will now that you've mentioned it, man. Cool. RLC, any opinion? Thanks, Fish. I haven't really looked into it, man. Not really. I can't remember it at all. I think I did once upon a time. All right, I'm back to live. I've probably missed a heap, so if I have, let me know. Sam Roberts says, I will say, crypto is not a silver bullet. A capital-led system like crypto will always benefit those who have money. We need an anti-capitalist revolution. It's an interesting perspective, Sam. $1 million BTC is only 100x, not undoable. Mark G, no, it's not. It's not undoable. I think we are going to transition into this new way of money. It's just whether it'll be BTC that ushers us into that new era. I think we are in like a historic stage in the evolution of money. We've done this like 4 or 5 times, no, probably 5 or 6 times in history. So I think this is just the next progression. Who are you talking about, Wilkie? How much did he get paid to do it? You're talking about the Nobel Prize winner? Don't they win $1 million for the Nobel Prize? It's plenty of money. Doesn't need any more. Altcoin M thinks he definitely got paid to say all that. Mark G, I'm not sure that that's relevant to economics, though. Mark G said Vitalik would definitely beat Stiglitz in a game of chess. Yes, but I'm not sure that that's relevant to economics. But still, I'm not sure that saying that the dollar's a perfectly good transaction medium shows much understanding of the subject that we're discussing. Oh, yeah, for sure. Crypto Chronicus said, but I read and seems like these Nobel winners basically a yes man. No, I'm allowed to do that. Arbitrage is perfectly legal, man. There's nothing wrong with performing arbitrage. It's actually a necessary function in the market. Noddio just said, did the crypto cops not lock you up for your expert pumping arbitrage? You demon. Arbitrage is perfectly legal, man. If anything, I cost myself. Because when I actually, if I'd just gone quietly and done it, I could have got sells on PIVX at $17, $18 while I was buying it over on Bittrex at 12. So I did myself a disservice by coming on YouTube and letting everyone know what I was doing, but it seemed fair. Gave Wilkie a chance, and the poor guy doesn't have enough money already. Wilkie very elegantly said, "Who gives an F what the fossils think?" Mr. Anderson, he's angry father from the guy who showed the buy Bitcoin sign on TV because he left home and went to Thailand. Jiao said he probably still uses VHS tapes to watch movies. What's wrong with that, Jiao? I still got Betamax. Chronica said, look at wealth distribution pie chart. Note that the top 1% own a large portion of known assets. Ask yourself if being on the chain with the most hash power is important. I think security is important. More hash power means more security. Harry Taylor, top-down government systems like communism or socialism isn't the answer either. History has proven that. No, that's true. Nodio, if 21 million people, not much of the planet population, hold one BTC each and refuse to sell BTC to the moon. Yes, that's true, Nodio. But it's got to act more than just a store of wealth. That wasn't the idea, to just be a store of wealth. It was supposed to be a digital transaction medium. So I'm not sure. It's just, I don't know that its design was for just to be a hodl coin that continues to go up in value. It's got to be spendable as well. Nate Forch, Fish, do you expect ICX pump as a result of mainnet or a pump going into the conference? More likely into the conference, Nate Forch. I find people usually sell into mainnets releases. They buy up to it and it runs up to it and then they sell off into the mainnet launch. So I'd say that's more likely to happen. Having said that, I don't think the sell-off is going to be massive because there is the annual summit coming up in a week's time. So there is some rumors going around that there could be some big announcements out of that annual summit. Having said that, I've never heard an annual summit announced where they don't say we're going to have big announcements. So just take it with a grain of salt, guys. But yeah, I like ICX at the moment, man, especially if those rumors turn out to be true about the partnership with Visa. Wilkie said he probably eats mozzarella cheese and rice. Yes, I do. It's one of my favorite. Well, not mozzarella. I prefer cheddar. But yes, I have cheese and rice. So what? Notio, I've arbitraged too. Did one crypto to CoinX. Didn't have the backup like you did. It was fun. Yeah, Notio, you got it. I tend to only arbitrage when I've actually got coins on both exchanges. I don't like to run the risk of moving because the market fluctuates really quickly. So that's why I've got multiple exchanges that allows me to perform those arbitrage opportunities when they do arise. That's why I keep some stuff on exchanges as well. I don't sit there like searching all day for it, but on PIVX, if I've seen something like really obvious like that, it usually happens with new exchange listings. That can happen. That's where your best arbitrage opportunities can happen. Mark G said the more government control equals more demand for decentralized exchanges. I think the market in general is just going to demand more decentralized exchanges. I think, long term, I do think that centralized exchanges will fade off as we get the protocols and, the user interface and that sort of thing sorted for decentralized exchanges. I think that they're going to be more popular. Let's have a look. KY saying tonight for an ICO pre-sale tonight showed me just how seriously these ICOs are taking AML. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but it's necessary. Harry Taylor, United States doesn't have a free market capital market anymore. It's big government lobbyist, corporate controlled market now. That's why the founders wanted a central federal government to be small. Yeah. ICX and NEO 2018 predictions. Icon $100, NEO $1,000 by Q4 2018. We'll see how the whole market goes. There's some lofty predictions, but that's actually conservative predictions for you, Hourglass. So. Altcoin M's asked me to suggest some coins under $1 with ICX type potential. Coin price doesn't matter. Market cap's far more relevant than coin price. I can suggest low market cap coins Actually, one of them does happen to be under $1. I don't think it's got ICX potential. I don't. But if you're looking for a DApp, like a DApp coin that's, could have reasonable applications built on top of it in the future to fork a Lisk and it's down the market cap rise, that's one you could have a look at. I haven't kept a top of the news coming out from the Rise community recently, though, so please do your own due diligence before you expect to invest. But the thing is that like a coin like Dubai Coin is another DApp platform which could be interesting in the Arabic world. That's got a much higher coin price than Rise, but a much lower market cap, so its growth potential is actually higher than Rise, just based on if they both reach the same market cap. The growth from Dubai Coin would be better than Rise. So I think the question of coins under $1 is just, I think unit bias is can be a costly mistake. Nodio, BTC will only store wealth now. It is too slow and expensive. But Nakamoto never knew that 9 years on it would have exploded like this. Old fuds have gold. We have BTC. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of arguments made about the actual use cases of gold. What are the actual use cases for gold in the real world? You've got limited manufacturing uses, like very limited, and jewelry. That's it. We just accept it because it's rare. It's got scarcity. It doesn't spoil. So we've used it as a store of wealth because it's virtually been our best store of wealth available to us up until Bitcoin was created and cryptocurrencies. That's my opinion. So yeah, gold has served its purpose for like 2,000 years as a store of wealth, maybe longer. But now it's got less use. Like, it's less useful than Bitcoin, in my opinion. It's still more expensive to use and move than Bitcoin, even though we complain about how long it takes to move Bitcoin and how expensive it can be. Go through the same process of sending $1,000 worth of gold. It'll take a lot longer to move, that's for sure, and probably cost you more as well if you want to do it with any level of security. What was that about the IRS? The IRS is coming out with an ICO. Funny. Noddy, you might want to check all the LN stores open on the mainnet and try the LN wallet. Sorry, I missed what Noddy said. What was the other one? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, coin price is irrelevant. Exactly right, Chronicus. Noddio, heard a vid this morning that commented, in Japan, crypto is everywhere. Well, I'll be going over at the end of next month, so I'll tell you for myself. NEM is the most dominant, accepted everywhere. Interesting. Mr. Anderson, is there a use for 0x if there will only be decentralized exchanges? Mr. Anderson, I still think that I'd have to have actually look at the use case for 0x itself. I haven't had a look into it, but in answer to the question, is there only going to be decentralized exchanges? Not initially. They'll coexist for some time, and in that time, those centralized exchanges will make a substantial amount of money. I have no doubt about that. They charge trade fees. They have a profitable business model. So yeah, I think long term they will fall away, but they will definitely make their fair share of money between now and then. So it's a good business, in my opinion. It doesn't have a unlimited shelf life, but it's very hard to pick any businesses that do. So they do actually have a business model with a revenue stream that's probably going to serve them well for at least the next 5 years until the decentralized exchanges really perhaps start to take over a bit more dominance. Mark G's asked the crowd what the top 3 decentralized exchanges that they use are. What's going on?
Not much. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing a live stream.
Oh, sick.
Yes. Harry Taylor, yes, it is crypto. Not by my doing or my founder's wish. They believed it work or die and have churches and charity to help those disadvantaged. Mr. Anderson likes Kyber. There's definitely getting some chat. Go to bpindex.com. To see the relative coin price index to find cheap in actual price coins. Yeah, I mean, you can do it on Coin Market Cap as well, man. I mean, they allow you to search by coin price, but I just don't like it because it's not relevant apart from mass psychology. Isaac said, you nearly got me killed yesterday. Fish, laugh out loud. Got into PIVX at 14.50. Timing was bad. Yeah, man. Chronicus said you were supposed to be selling at 14.50. Like, I don't like to advise trade times, but when asked on the live stream yesterday, was it a good time to buy? I said I always wait for dips. I'd be very careful about not saying yes or no with PIVX and not giving price predictions. But yeah, I just said in general, like any coin, I always wait for dips. Kurt said, take a look at EcoLink, like LinkedIn, but it's partnered with Ontology and Neo. Isn't that a ICO, Kurt? Because that was one I was actually looking at. I just blew it. Joe, how is hitting? You are such a you can't threaten people not to dislike. And then Jazz said, hit the like button if you want BTC to go to $1 million. I don't understand how a lot of likes on this video is going to help BTC go to $1 million. Gold gives you superpowers, said Hourglass. I'm not sure about that. Another one, Neo is so undervalued compared to Ethereum. Neo so much quicker and cheaper. Notio, there's a lot more applications built on top of the Ethereum network. There's got to be some value in that, hasn't there? So we'll see what. I mean, it's an interesting debate. I'm not taking one side or either because I hold Neo and Ethereum, so they can both go up. That's fine. Harry Taylor, crypto and corporations get subsidies as well, which I disagree. Sink or swim is my motto. Darwinism, Harry Taylor, fair enough. Grinkus is in. Hourglass. Notio agrees with Notio about Neo's evaluation and says it's actually got better decentralized applications on top as well. Chronicus said, try sending $400K US in a wire transfer to see how you feel about the rules and forms and how safe you feel. I don't feel safe with banks. Oh, I mean, you have a look at me. Okay, I probably should have been on top of this, but it was $400 or $800 just got snapped straight out of my account because my annual fees were due. Annual fees. You know what happened last night? I got a PIVX staking bonus. I don't get any fees for holding my money in PIVX, and I get rewarded with extra coins. And the coin price has been going up. That seems like a much better deal than the $800 or $400 or whatever it was that St. George Bank just charged me for the privilege of having my money there so that they can make 10 times that by loaning it out to someone else. Xiao's opinion is that Ethereum is the father of blockchain 2.0, big community, big devs. Neo has some ICOs and the blockchain and wallet is shitting himself. Yeah, shit the wallet. And yeah, sure. So it's been bursting at the seams as well. Ether has thousands of tokens and apps. Yeah, it's a valid point. How old is Ethereum? This is a bit of the debate continuing. Sorry, I'm just trying to get everyone's comments in. And it keeps skipping around. How old is Ethereum? How old is Neo? Crypto Chronicus, I don't know if you're making a point for Ethereum or Neo there. So Ethereum has more testing. You're right. That's an interesting point. I know you were trying to make it. I think you were trying to make a Neo positive point there, but okay. Mark G. In Canada, some banks will close your accounts when they see a crypto wire or EMT. Mark G. Same in Australia. The big four banks started shutting them down. Westpac, National Australia Bank, Commonwealth Bank, and ANZ. That's it's not going to be a smooth road. I don't think. We might see some things that like what's happening in Korea, which I'm just going to pop over to screen share. We'll pop it back into the chat in a second. But let's pop over to screen share and just have a look at another article that I found that you guys might find interesting. Let's have a look. Screen share. Boom. All right. Sorry if you can hear the girls in the background there. 18 years old, they carry on like 18-year-old girls. Sorry if any 18-year-old girls are offended by that, but you do carry on. All right, here we go. South Korea bans anonymous cryptocurrency trades. South Korea is banning the use of anonymous bank accounts to make cryptocurrency transactions. The move is aimed at stopping virtual currencies being used for crimes such as money laundering. The regulations will bring the country closer into line with financial rules in other markets. South Korea is believed to be the world's third biggest market for trades in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency, behind Japan and the US. And its importance in the world of digital currency has meant that decisions made in Seoul can result in large, sudden price swings. The new policy, which has been discussed for some time, will kick in on January 30, guys. Holders of anonymous cryptocurrency wallets must now link them to bank accounts in their own name and have their identities confirmed. The requirements are similar to the Know Your Customer anti-crime regulations in the US. Separately, underage investors and foreigners will also be banned from opening cryptocurrency accounts in South Korea. I'm not against that. I think that's fair. And even stricter measures may be introduced later, with officials earlier this month saying a ban on cryptocurrency trading activities was one step being considered. On Monday, Yonhap reported that the country's cryptocurrency exchanges would be hit with hefty tax bills in a separate attempt to rein in the sector. Trading is most popular among the country's younger population, and demand has seen a 30% premium put on some virtual trades compared to other countries. However, volatility around prices together with the lack of regulation surrounding cryptocurrency trading has led to ongoing concerns among South Korean officials that investors are leaving themselves open to potentially huge losses. Yes, there is massive amounts of risk in investing in such a volatile space, so please always only invest what you can afford to lose. Okay, just coming back to the chat to catch up. So yeah, that was further to that article we looked at yesterday. Nodio said, gold is needed though. Without gold, they would never have had a gold rush. Both the real gold rush and the cool doco on Discovery Channel with the loser Todd Hoffman. Okay. Without gold, we wouldn't have Mike Maloney. That would be a sad world. You guys are idiots. All right. Johnny Crypto agreed, but Neo is in its infancy. They're opening more main nodes soon, which will speed it up. Also, lots of new ICOs coming. Yes, true, BB Junkie. Is Neo a staking coin, said Mark G. It's a residual income coin in that you earn gas for the amount of Neo that you're holding. Mr. Anderson, Singularity Net is not on the radar for me because I haven't had time to have a look at it. And Mr. Anderson also helped to answer my question there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Chronicus. I always look at volumes as well, man. So Chronicus has said I've started to sort coin market cap by volume, paints a different picture. It's a really, really good point. Actually, there's a guy who's what only can be described as an absolute Bitcoin maximalist, but I do like him. He's kind of arrogant, but he's very intelligent. I don't like the way he refers to people as idiots. I think, there's a lot that I disagree with, but he is very knowledgeable, clearly. He doesn't like a single altcoin in the entire market apart from Byteball. His name's Richard Hart. So, yeah, he's quite opinionated. But, he's very intelligent. I've enjoyed watching his streams. So I'm allowed to enjoy watching his streams, even if he thinks the altcoin market is completely garbage. All of it. But, by the way, he's releasing an altcoin. So out of the 1,000 coins that have been listed in the altcoin market, there will be Bitcoin. Well, not in the altcoin market. There will be Bitcoin, which is good. This is according to Richard Hart. There will be Bitcoin, which is good. There will be Byteball, which is a good experiment. And there'll be his coin, which is good. And the rest is shit. That seems a little short-sighted for mine. But he seems very intelligent. So it'll be interesting to see what he comes out with his coin coming out soon. Yeah, but sorry, getting back to the point that I was making about that, he did make an actual really, really good point saying that, coin price is not only shit, market cap is shit. Because if you create a coin with 1,000,000 coins and you keep all the coins yourself and you sell one coin on an exchange for $1, your coin will show up as having $1,000,000 market cap on coinmarketcap.com when you've sold one coin for $1. So he said market cap in itself is not necessarily the best indicator, and you do have to take volume into account, as Chronicus suggested there. Zhao doesn't think Neo's valuation can be compared to Ethereum's valuation with any. He doesn't think that's a fair comparison. He thinks Ethereum's well ahead. Harry Taylor was talking to Crypto Fish. Sorry for confusion. Oh, okay. Sorry. That's all right. Diversify for safety. Consider 20% each: fiat, gold, equities, crypto, real estate. Fiat, gold, equities, crypto. Yeah, I can't argue with that, man. Sounds pretty good to me. I've got less than that in crypto, by the way. I'd have about 10% of my net worth in crypto, I would say. Roughly, off the top of my head. Nodio said, "I rate Ethereum highest, of course. Just they need to up their transaction speed problems. Will get worse too once D gets all her pets, because that sucks up heaps of juice. Yes, it will be bad once D is completely focused on digital animals." Jiao, it's just to see if people want 1 mil BTC price. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm going to get right back down to live chat because I'm so far behind that none of my responses are making sense. So if I've missed something, you need to put it back in. I'm sorry, guys. Mark G said, anyone look at DEEX ICO? Not a typo. Token is DEEX, a decentralized exchange with its own token. I haven't had a look. Mark G. Pablo says, Richard Hart has interesting shirts. Yes, he does. He probably takes a bit more care in his appearance than I do, though, so I can't really. I mean, I'm not wearing shoes again. I know I haven't worn shoes for a long time. In all reality, nobody is using alts. I mean, on a large scale yet. You have to be honest here, man. Mostly Bitcoin is one people know and hear of. Chronicus. They will, though. What do you think of Ethereum miners investing in EOS? I hadn't even heard that they were, Mark G. Is that a rumor going around at the moment? Lauren A, nice run up on PIVX. I got some good profits. Cool project too. Thanks, Lauren. Yeah, we're pretty stoked, obviously. Getting listed over onto Binance was a big win for us. Puts us on 3 of the biggest exchanges in the economy, and availability is part of the game. Zhao said, being BTC maximalist is like loving the internet when it got created, but still wants to use dial-up connection and not fiber. That doesn't make any sense. Shannon Clark, good to see you too. That's things. Yeah, so I'm the same future, but he does seem like a very intelligent guy. Quite knowledgeable in a few different fields. So I've enjoyed watching his streams. I don't mind opinionated people. I just don't like people who I don't not like people. I don't like when he puts other people down and calls them idiots and says that the entire altcoin market has no validity at all apart from his altcoin. And says that I was watching his stream today, and he said that anything that is released on top of Ethereum is garbage. Ethereum is garbage, and anything released on top of it is garbage. But his coin is going to be an ERC20 token. That argument doesn't hold up so well. But in general, I think he's a very intelligent guy. Nodio said, Fisher, this will make your pay. New place to check market. Coin Checkup. They have an analysis check on the fundamentals of the coin. PIVX is rated 8 out of all coins. I love that. Yeah, PIVX does well on a lot of these rating sites. Like there was one rating site, this again, not my price prediction, not my price point, just reporting. But one one site's values uses the metrics to value the coins on its features and what it's offering, and does a whole different bunch of things to get a price, like a price relative to actual stage of development compared to other cryptos, et cetera, et cetera. And they had PIVX at $40 a coin. I was like, oh, I like this site. And now I like this site too because it's got PIVX rated as number 8. Yeah, that's the thing, Lauren A. It's just except for my ICO, and that's, to me, that's hard to accept. That every other coin, every single one, is garbage. And when he was asked about PIVX, he just said it was shit, but he didn't actually give a reason why. So, yeah, but it doesn't mean I'm not going to hate everyone who has something bad to say about PIVX. That's just ridiculous. Everyone's allowed their opinion. That's like my mantra. I can't say that and then go, oh, I don't like that guy because he doesn't agree with me. Could you explain what's happening on the 26th? Maybe I missed it already. Something about the futures. CME's first lot of contracts will be closing on the 26th, I believe. So SIBO was recently, 26th will be CME. Shaquille Ahmed asked, is there any reason why Q-Link drops so much? Mate, you often find that there's a lot of volatility in these projects early, in their infancy stage. So people get excited about the potential. It gets FOMO'd on launch and then can get sold off. You know, that's another dangerous thing about offering bonuses, is that when you're offering bonuses of 20 and 30% at ICO level, that does essentially give 20 or 30% of free money to whales who are usually quite accustomed to having a big dump into the market. So it can actually hurt your price in the medium term. It can help attract investors in the short term and big money, but generally that's not the money you want to attract, because that money is not in for the long term. So for me, as someone who is looking at doing their own ICO this year, and I assume will be assessed as shit by Richard Hart. But yeah, as someone who's looking to do their own ICO, I won't be offering any bonuses because it's too susceptible to people just flipping, and I want people who are in for the long term. Not huge relative to the market, but one of the largest Ether miners, F2P pool, bought 215,000 EOS at $18 a couple of days ago. Yeah, that's cool. Nodio said Coin Checkup is way better than Coin Markets. Takes out that Korean problem. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, Korean markets usually 30% inflated against the rest of the world. Jazz responding to Richard Hart's stuff, and he said if he is intelligent and has that opinion, he just wants to manipulate. Doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure if it's. I think it's a touch of arrogance in there. He's not. I don't think he'd be scared to say that he's a little bit arrogant. I say that all the time about myself. He perhaps is a level above me. I like the idea that everyone and their grandmother will have a coin in the future, Chuck E. Cheese tokens, etc. I don't doubt it. Have a look at every business that's actually launched the idea of blockchain in their roadmap. Kodak. Kodak's the one that sticks out in my brain, and their share price 3x'd. But if you asked by a noob on the street, Richard's advice, maybe, yeah, it's probably advice, would serve them well. As far as noob should be concerned, buy BTC till you can understand the big pick. Yeah, Chronica. So I think that's reasonable advice. Conan Clark, I'm hearing it will be drop the Pro E of BTC. Drop the Pro E of BTC. I'm not following that statement, sorry, Conan. Not my style, man. BB Junkie said your ICO thoughts about a Dutch auction seems to be getting more popular. Man, my style is to tell you what it's going to cost me to get the minimum viable product to market. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to be hunting down $20 million at ICO because I don't need that much to get the product to market. So why would I say that I do? Yeah, so the information on that will come out soon, but my ICO would certainly be one of the ones that's aiming to raise less money, because quite simply, I don't need $20 million to get this product to market. Bitcoin number one, Livecoin is good too, says Capo. Also, don't know if you saw yesterday, the Korean one was 48% of PIVX purchase. Yeah, man. That's why I was excited about our addition to Upbit when it happened. And we did see a bit of a spike from that. But Korean money, as we read in the article, is top 3 players in the economy. Nadia said, have you been talking to Rocketman's South neighbours and told them PIVX is the go? Oh, mate, I've always said good things about PIVX, of course. But, I don't like to get pump groups involved, that's for sure. I'm not Rocketman's South neighbours. I'm not sure if that's a pump group. Perth Mint are developing a gold-backed crypto. Why not just buy gold? Xiao said, I never got the point of a Dutch auction. Yeah, it's a bit funny, isn't it? The Dutch auction. Crypto Chronicus, I'll release that in future time, mate. It's not the right idea to be giving out my ideas at the moment. Just about finished and ready to put it to market. So you'll see soon enough, sir. Noddy knows what a Dutch oven is, so that's good. Can you explain that to us all, Noddy? Yeah, I had read that as well, Mark G. Mark G said, I have no idea, no clue what he's talking about, but Vitalik advocates reverse Dutch auctions for ICOs. Okay, I'll get a more. I understand the concept of a reverse Dutch auction in my head, which is essentially no carb. But let me get a more elegant explanation that I can get to you on the show tomorrow. It's where the market decides the price at ICO, not the people selling the ICO. Rudy Adam, Fortuna, going to be on KuCoin January 25th. Thanks, Rudy. Good on you, man. Always dropping in a good bit of info. Kev comes in and says, well, PIVX on Binance. You got it, mate. I've been letting you guys know that we did launch an exchange integration team, so that was likely going to be a big part of our roadmap that we can't actually put on a roadmap, is that we're going to be on this exchange, and this exchange. But I did suggest that with several people focused on that task and that objective, that it would be achieved during 2018. And it's taken me all of 3.5 weeks to be proven right. So excellent work again to the PIVX exchange integration team. Major win getting us onto one of the biggest exchanges in the economy in Binance. Kev, you're moving on from Bittrex, are you? See, I've always liked Bittrex. I know it's a little bit higher trade fees, but I do like it. Kev said I can move on from Bittrex once another exchange introduces Decred. So Kev's obviously into Decred. No, I'm not. I just can't say anything at the moment, Chronicus. But yeah, Crypto Wave Investment Crew will be the first to hear about it anyway, mate. Apart from the strategic investors. In terms of some of the partners we're looking at. Kev Ha, Urban Dictionary. I'm not sure what you're referring to. What are you guys doing?
I'm for swing out, going on the beach.
That sucks.
Have fun with your PIVX.
Did you hear that? The girls just go, we're going to the beach, have fun with your PIVX, all smug. Yeah, well, PIVX went up like 30% last night. Enjoy your swim. You like XBY at all? XBY. Let me have a look. Sam Van Meter. XBY. I can't even remember what it is. Oh, Extra Bytes. That's right. I haven't had a huge look into it. Let's have a look. We haven't had a look at one on the show today. Let's have a look at it together. This one for Sam Van Meter. I think he's one of the newbies. Well, newbie to our conversation doesn't mean he's new to the crypto economy. Oh, that's the wrong one. Close that one. Give me a moment. I'll just bring you over to screen share. And we'll have a look at this one. Screen sharing. Okay. Been asked about extrabytes by SM Van Meter. Currently $126 million market cap, volume of 536,000 US dollars. So about 0.5% in volume. Volume's a little low. Circulating supply of 430 million bytes, XBY, sorry, and total supply of 650 million, which is also the max supply. Slept and slept and slept for quite a long time. Has been around since May, about the same time I got into the economy, actually. And then pumped with the rest of the economy in December. Boom, 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 boom. It's taken significant retracements from its all-time highs, and it would be in buy territory based on the Fibonacci sequence, not maths or science, and I'm not a financial advisor. Let's have a look at the website and see what we're dealing here with extrabytes. Extrabytes evolving blockchain solutions. What is Extrabytes? Extrabytes is a modular blockchain platform designed to provide significant increases in security, scalability, and decentralization opportunities over the current blockchain technologies. Utilizing a newly created algorithm, Zolt, and consensus method proof of signature, POSIGN, Extrabytes offers a platform on which decentralized application, DApp developers, and services can create and shape the future of blockchain technology. Extrabytes is not an ICO, but a community-driven project. For more in-depth information, read Bitcoin announcement. Check out our white paper. I'm not going to go through that on the show, but that's obviously critical if you're looking to invest. And join the community forum. Proof of signature technology. There's a little bit of a diagram there that explains very little. Extrabytes introduces a revolutionary new consensus algorithm, Zolt. Based on the concept of proof of signature, Zolt ensures a system-wide block signature rate of 100%, which confers an unparalleled level of security. Additional benefits include substantially decreased energy consumption since Zolt does not require a network of miners. Cool. I like that idea. Static nodes, static transaction, and trusted in control. Nodes form the backbone of the Extrabytes network and play a crucial role in the consensus, security, and governance of the platform. Static nodes owners receive transaction and service fees for the DApp modules they opt in to host. Security and POSIGN consensus are ensured by state-of-the-art encryption hash technology, requiring every block to be signed by the static nodes. Okay. The Extrabytes platform will be optimized for DApps to be built right into the blockchain. Our developers are working to create DICOM as proof of concept and to help serve as the backbone for future developers to build upon. Interesting. Decentralized data storage, utilizing shared storage technology, the Extrabyte storage model will enable users to store data securely on the static node network. The data is encrypted and divided into shards across the network of static nodes, just as the blockchain ledger is shared between all wallets. The storage network is the foundation layer for the entire platform of decentralized applications. So it's got a decentralized exchange as well. Exchange will be the Extrabytes decentralized cryptocurrency exchange, but built directly into the wallet. Exchange will enable users to use a trusted, decentralized, and secured peer-to-peer exchange. To provide proof of concept, the first tradable pairing with Exchange will be XBY XFuel. XFuel is a coin created for the purposes of providing proof of concept and advancing the development. Cool. Why Extrabytes? Modules, extensions built onto the XBY core provide the use case for Extrabytes in the form of DApps, whether they be decentralized storage, smart contracts, instant messaging, and all conceivable applications in between. The Extrabytes core and DICOM API will provide programmers with an easy-to-grasp platform for development. Distributed command message, DICOM, is the core API through which modules interact with the Extrabytes core. The DICOM interface connects external modules to the core and provides a set of functions and procedures that allow the creation of applications, which acts access the features and data of the Extrabytes core and infrastructure. With the extrabytes.com, a module can be coded using many different popular programming language, example, Visual Basic, Java, C++, and many more. This makes the Extrabytes module code agnostic and opens up the creation of dApps to third-party developers. Okay, secure. Security is one of the founding philosophies of the Extrabytes platform. Our developers have worked diligently to code an environment easily adaptable to fit the ever-evolving security needs of the future. Static nodes, the foundational layer of Extrabytes, rely on multiple layers of encrypted and signed sources to guarantee the integrity of the network. Currently, the SHA-512 security protocol is implemented on Extrabytes network and is considered the standard for quantum resistance. But as technology advances, even SHA-512 might become obsolete. Therefore, Extrabytes is specifically designed to allow easy changes to security protocol to ensure its technology is always modern. I wonder if there's someone who's good at programming and technology, if you can answer this. Would a security protocol that can be flexible, wouldn't it be less secure? Like if you can change it, shouldn't it be rigid? I don't know. I don't know much about that sort of thing, but that's just something that comes to my head. Perhaps logic that wouldn't actually be logical. The Extrabytes platform lends itself perfectly to the scalable world. With high transaction speeds, future-proof security protocols, and code-agnostic dApp platforms, Extrabytes will be able to meet the expanding needs of the broad consumer market. This will put the Extrabytes platform in an optimal position for mass market adoption. Flexible, designed with the future in mind, Extrabytes platform is code agnostic and compatible across consumer platforms. As the mobile market is ever increasing, the Extrabytes developers recognize the need and utility for complete integration of dApp within the Android and iOS ecosystem. The Extrabytes dApps will cover all areas from utilities, productivity, entertainment, and more. Further future development will, with enterprise in mind, the Extrabytes ecosystem will form cooperative collaborations and partnerships to meet the demand of an ever-expanding marketplace. Cool. Roadmap. I prefer roadmaps with actual development targets, like actual dates. So they're on a marketing blitz at the moment. I don't know. I'd rather see, if this is being read left to right, I would rather see these sort of things done before a marketing blitz, to be honest. Anyway. So you can download and try out the wallets there. Tells you the exchanges it's on. So it's another network offering the ability to build distributed applications on top of it. Sorry, I've gone to the wrong thing. It's interesting. I'm probably spread wide enough in that particular race at the moment. But it's another one to keep an eye on. And who knows, it could be a really cool application that gets built on top of that, and then people will it will gain value simply because the application that gets built on top of the network is desired. All right, cool. All right, so you guys are talking about amongst yourself. We've had a look at a coin today. We've had a bit of a Giving Tree Cultivators come in late. Bittrex is my favorite. Nothing flashy, great tools, fast and reliable. Kraken and HitBTC are glitchy. KuCoin and Binance work well, but not enough selection. And the Carnival Toontown vibe kind of silly. Okay, cool. All right, guys, I'm going to check out for the day. Thanks for joining the conversation. We'll be back tomorrow for another one. Until then, happy investing. Please only invest what you can afford to lose. It is a very, very volatile economy. Actually, I'll just have a quick look and see how it's trending in the last hour. We didn't really even check prices at all today, which is probably a good thing. You can drive yourself silly keeping an eye on the prices. G'day, Grinkers. all the time. Yeah, a bit of a retracement in the last hour or so. Just checking it out. Oh no, it's pretty steady. 522 billion all up. That's pretty much where it's been sitting all morning. Around that price. Around that overall market caps. Few red, few green. Looks good to me. All right, guys, I'm going to check out. Thanks for joining in the conversation. We'll catch up with you tomorrow for another one. See you then. Bye.